Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you enjoy what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. And also, if you're able to and would like to continue supporting the channel, give us a subscribe, yes, by all means, but also consider buying me a coffee. Just click on the QR code and feel free to donate. Anyway, so it's Saturday, and what have we got for you today? Well, as the tagline says, it's 6-Story Saturday as we return to our format for the little stories that have gone through this week that we may have missed. So, where do we begin? The RFL have confirmed that for the 2023 campaign that there will be 8 full-time elite officials, and this makes up those who we will see weekly in the Super League. Whilst the list certainly has some familiar faces and established names, it's lacking one major one who was on the 2022 list, and that is the referee you see in front of us, James Child. Child retired after the World Cup, making the announcement just before Christmas, and he'll be lost to the game. But he's not the only high-profile departure of late. Something that one former referee labelled as being Steve Gadsden's fault, allegedly. Regardless of that, the RFL are aware of the problem and cited it as a retaining of officials, not recruitment, which is something that is outlined at a recent RFL briefing. It was actually highlighted that the recruitment of officials is growing, and it isn't an issue, with 366 new officials joining the game in 2022. But current full-time referee Liam Moore spoke about how retaining officials was the current focus. We have a problem recruiting referees, the issue is retaining them. One of the biggest factors in losing referees, even experienced ones, is being abused on the touchline or by a coach or a player. Once they leave, they're lost to the game, and we're back to square one, Moore outlined. Despite that damning statements that referees often fall out of love with the game as a result out of the sport due to the abuse, he did highlight the RFL will combat this in a way that's already been trialled in Super League, and it's with the introduction of 200 ref cams. The ref cams will be worn by match officials across the lower levels and will be in effect a high quality GoPro style camera that records audio and visuals as previously seen in Super League over the past seasons. It's something that has been trialled across the National Conference in 2021, and success of the scheme triggered a larger rollout, something that will hopefully support referees in their development. We're pleased that not only did the cameras act as a deterrent for players not to abuse the referee, we saw abuse cases from touchline across the Northern Counties League even, lower last year. It's been a fantastic pilot scheme, really a positive way of introducing refs to another tool we have in place as being used for disciplinary purposes. The development we can give to the referees by being able to hear what they are saying and how they're managing players is something we've simply never had before in the community game. It won't be long until we see the ref cams in action, though, as Moore revealed that every referee will wear one during the first round of the Challenger Cup, which is set to kick off on this upcoming weekend, today and tomorrow. Former Castleford hooker turned reality show TV star Jax O'Neill says he misses rugby league and hopes to be back on the pitch very soon. The 23-year-old was granted his early release from the contract with the Super League side Castleford Tigers last June so that he could take up an opportunity on reality TV show Love Island. O'Neill has been very busy with his own commitments since leaving the show. He has gained more than 1.3 million
followers on Instagram on the back of that show. But the Barrow-born hooker admitted he missed playing rugby league when appearing on the Rugby League verdicts during Saturday afternoon on Sky Sports News. When asked by reporter Jenna Brooks, will he be back on the rugby field, O'Neill replied, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping soon, honestly. I'm hoping sooner than I thought because I miss it. I'm going to be honest. When you love something as a kid, it doesn't go away. I want to be back. Castleford have the first option of re-signing O'Neill should he wish to return to playing professional rugby league. O'Neill made 29 appearances for the Tigers after making his first team debut in 2019. He also enjoyed loan spells in the Championship with Leigh Leopards and Halifax Panthers. Leeds Rhinos confirmed the departure of young centre Levi Edwards, who former head coach Richard Agar described as a generational talent in the past. So why has such a promising young player been let go by the Rhinos? Well, Leeds Chief Executive Gary Everington said it was an opportunity that they felt they had to let him take. He said, Levi leaves us with our very best wishes, and I'm sure he will continue to progress in the Championship with York. He has worked hard during pre-season with the Rhinos, but the opportunity to secure a long-term deal with York has something we were happy to allow him to do. Edwards was potentially going down the pecking order with potential of players like Harry Newman, Lewis Roberts and Max Simpson all in the squad being a determining factor. Either way, Edwards is excited by the move. I'm really excited. I was at the club last season on loan and I really enjoyed it. It's a really good club. Can't wait to get going now playing for the club on a permanent deal. I want to improve my game and develop as a player. And I think York is the club for me to do that. I'm really happy. It's a really professional environment here and the training facilities are top class. It wasn't a hard decision to come here on a permanent deal. And I think it's going to be a really good move for me in the long run. And hopefully I can help the club in the long run by getting us into Super League. Love to help York get there, and I'd love to play in Super League myself. We've got the facilities, coaching staff, and players, so it's up to us to do it. More Championship signing news as Masi Matonga has been training with the new Championship club for the 2023 season. The 26-year-old left the Black and Whites of Hull at the end of the 2021 season after joining them from his academy days before joining York Knights for the 2022 season. Matonga made 19 appearances for the North Yorkshire outfit but left the club at the back end of last year. He has had a couple of bad injuries recently and has been trying to get his fitness back up and find a club for 2023. He has been training with the Bradford Bulls, who have made a loan outing for him in 2021 whilst he was still a Hull player at the time. The front rower also played for Bradford's reserves team over the weekend against Workington Town, with the two parties hoping to get a deal sorted for the 2023 season. Bradford head coach Mark Dunning said that confirmed that he played for the reserves team, and also said that Matonga did really well. He was talking about after the opening championship win over Whitehaven, which Bradford Bulls did at Odsal over the last weekend. He continued to comment, Massey has been training with us for a while and has done a good deed we've done a good deed by Massey. He was injured and on the outer of everywhere, and we've had a good look at him. Now we've got to have some talks with him and his agent. We'll keep them internal until we get something to announce. Matonga rose through the Hull ranks in the late 2014 season and made his first team debut at Wigan in 2015. He played 59 times for the Black and Whites, and then he received another serious knee injury which halted his progress before his release to York City Knights. Former Barrow Raiders star centre and former Hull FC and Toronto Wolfpack player Hakim Maloudi is set for a return to Super League. Maloudi is currently in his native France playing for Albi RLFC alongside the likes of ex-Super League stars Tony Gigot and Maxime Puech. However, the 29-year-old has constantly been linked with a return to the top flight, and from Rugby League Express, they understand that a deal could be done to bring Maloudi back to Super League in the top half of the table. With the majority of Super Leagues clubs having finished their recruitment, it remains to be seen what the Frenchman's destination will be, but it wouldn't be a surprise in seeing Maloudi take up the challenge with Catalan's Dragons. The Catalan side currently have Mathieu Laguerre and Adam Kieran as their centres, but with the departure of Dean Wari and Samisoni Langi, Steve McNamara is missing some power out wide. That's where they could turn to the 29-year-old Maloudi. The former Hull player could certainly bring that, having lit up the Championship with Barrow League One campaigns in 2021 and 2022 respectively, with his skill and power making him a crowd favourite in Cumbria. Maloudi was first brought to the UK shores in 2017 when he made a move to Hull FC. Despite being on the Black and White's books for 3 seasons, the three-quarter made just 16 appearances while spending time on loan with Doncaster. In 2019, the Frenchman made a permanent move to Toronto Wolfpack, registering 17 appearances, before the downfall of the Canadian side led to Maloudi back to his native country. That being said, after 11 games with Palau Broncos, Maloudi was hunted by Barrow and returned to the UK midway through the 2021 season, and his partnership with T. Ritson got tongues wagging with their impressive attacking displays. And finally, Castleford Tigers have announced that their stadium, the Menderhose Jungle, will operate at a slightly reduced capacity during the 2023 season to enhance the fans and supporters' experience. After taking on board fan feedback over the last campaign, Weldon Road will be now capped at 10,500 supporters to ensure that everyone who visits has a positive and comfortable game day possible. The old capacity has been as high as 11,775 for Super League seasons, but Castleford have decided to reduce the capacity so that they can maximise fan pleasure, to be fair. With the introduction of new amenities and entertainment, along with a new merchandising stall being installed behind the main stand, the club wants all attendees to be able to sample everything that Tigers Match Day has to offer. This comes as the club confirms that the Jungle could be redeveloped soon. The Tigers have announced that they have applied for planning for their stadium redevelopment, with 2,200 local jobs set to be created as they do the proposed work. Menderhose Jungle is set to have huge work done on it, and the applications have been submitted to Wakefield Council. Like their closest club neighbours, Wakefield, who themselves are undergoing stadium redevelopment, making it 2 Super League clubs who are seemingly keen to progress and impress under the IMG regime change, who will oversee Rugby League going forward. The plans seen before were instead of these plans for the Axum and Yorkshire proposed plans, and will see 12.2 million allocated to upgrade the current stadium, whilst a further 15 million will be set aside for work on highways in and around the stadium, particularly the Junction 32 roundabout. The club announced the news via tweet and a statement over their website recently. 2,200 local jobs to be created as planning applications submitted for Axiom employment site proposals and Castleford Tigers stadium redevelopment. Castleford Tigers and Highgrove Group are delighted to confirm that the planning application have been submitted to Wakefield Council for a major upgrade to Weldon Road Stadium and a significant new employment development at the Axiom site at Junction 32 on the M62. If planning is approved, the circa £200 million Axiom Yorkshire proposal will provide £12.2 million of funding towards major upgrades to Weldon Road, £15 million of highway improvements around Junction 32, and employment and logistics, as well as manufacturing floor space, creating jobs for local people.
And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, if you can, buy me a coffee, but be more thankful if you like, comment, subscribe, and also click that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. Tell me in the comment section below what your thoughts are on today's episode, and also the stories that we've come up with. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. Now end the episode as you always do by wishing you all the very best, so please stay safe. And I'll see you in the next episode.